The first sign something was wrong came when my 7-year-old son Lucas ran into the kitchen crying, iPad clutched in his small hands. "Mom, why did Grandma say I ruined pictures?" His voice wobbled as tears streaked down his face. "What?" I set down my coffee, kneeling to his level. "Grandma would never say that, sweetheart. Look." He thrust the iPad at me, showing my mother's Facebook page. The cover photo was from last month's family reunion, except something was horribly wrong. I was there. My husband David was there. My sister Rebecca and her twins were there. My parents beamed in the center. But Lucas, who had been standing right between David and me, was gone. Not cropped out, completely erased, like he'd never existed. That's weird. I managed, scrolling down. Must be a mistake. But it wasn't a mistake. Every photo from the reunion had been edited. The group shot by the lake, Lucas removed. The cousins playing together, only Rebecca's twins remained. The 4-generation photo with great-grandma, everyone except my son. See. Lucas pointed to the caption under the latest batch. Finally, perfect family photos. Thanks to Rebecca's editing skills. The comments made my stomach turn. Aunt Linda, beautiful? The composition is so much better. Mom's friend Carol, your family is picture perfect. Cousin Mark, these look professional now. With shaking hands, I clicked on Rebecca's profile. Her status from yesterday: spent all night fixing the family reunion photos. Removed distractions and weird shadows. Mom loves them. Hashtag Photoshop, hashtag AI editing, hashtag perfect family. Distractions, weird shadows. She meant my son. "Lucas, baby, let me handle this," I said, trying to keep my voice calm. "Why don't you go play with your Legos?" "Did I do something bad?" he asked, his brown eyes, the same eyes that apparently ruined the aesthetic, swimming with tears. No, sweetheart. You're perfect. This is a grown-up mistake that I'm going to fix right now." The moment he left the room, I called Rebecca. She answered on the third ring, voice bright. "Hey, Emma, did you see the photos? They turned out amazing." "You edited my son out of every family photo," I said, not bothering with pleasantries. "Oh, that." She laughed, actually laughed. "Yeah, the AI tool I'm using is incredible. It seamlessly removes elements that throw off the visual balance." "Elements? Visual balance? That's my child you're talking about." "Emma, don't be dramatic. Lucas is adorable, but he's so fidgety in photos. Always making faces or looking away. He ruins the aesthetic. He ruins the aesthetic." I was shouting now. "The twins know how to pose properly," she continued, oblivious to my rage. "They smile on cue, wear coordinating outfits. Lucas with his superhero shirts and silly faces, it just doesn't fit the vision." "What vision? These are family photos, not a fashion shoot. Mom specifically asked me to fix them. She's been wanting professional-looking photos for her Christmas cards. Now she has them." I hung up and immediately called my mother. "Emma," she answered cheerfully, "did you see the photos? Rebecca did such a wonderful job." "Mom, she erased Lucas, your grandson, from every single photo." "Oh honey, erased is such a strong word. She just cleaned them up a bit. By removing my child." "Well, you know how Lucas is. He never cooperates for pictures. Rebecca's twins always look so put together. And Lucas, well, he's a bit wild, isn't he? He's 7. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with him." Mom continued in that tone that meant she was absolutely saying something was wrong with him. "But Rebecca put in so much effort to make these photos card-worthy. You should be grateful." "Grateful? Grateful." My son saw these photos. He asked why Grandma thinks he ruins pictures. Oh dear, I didn't think he'd see them. "They're all over Facebook. You tag everyone except him." Rebecca said the AI works better if you don't tag edited areas. I hung up on her too. David found me pacing the living room, phone clenched in my hand. "What's wrong?" I showed him everything. His face went from confused to shocked to furious. "They did voyage a key." He grabbed his own phone, scrolling through the posts. "This is insane. He's been deleted like he's some mistake they're correcting. Look at this one." I showed him a photo where Lucas had been standing between the twins. Now there was just an oddly large gap, like missing teeth in a smile. You can see where he was. They didn't even do it well. And your parents think this is okay. Mom called him wild. Said Rebecca's twins are put together. Because they're robots. David exploded. Those kids don't move without Rebecca's permission. Last time we visited, they sat on the couch for 2 hours without speaking unless spoken to. He was right. Rebecca had trained her twins like show dogs. 8 years old and they already had portrait smiles versus candid smiles. They wore matching outfits to every family event. They stood in predetermined poses Rebecca had taught them. Lucas was Lucas. He wore Star Wars shirts and had grass stains on his knees. He made bunny ears behind cousins' heads and couldn't sit still for more than 30 seconds. He was a normal, happy child, which apparently wasn't aesthetic enough for my family. What do we do? David asked. First, I document everything, I said, already screenshotting. Every edited photo, every comment, every post where my son has been digitally erased. I spent the next hour saving evidence. The more I looked, the angrier I got. Rebecca had even edited Lucas out of casual photos, in playing with the dog, eating watermelon, splashing in the pool. She'd systematically removed every trace of my son from the family narrative. Then I started my own Facebook post. Interesting discovery today. My sister has used AI to remove my 7-year-old son from every family reunion photo. According to her, he ruins the aesthetic with his silly faces and superhero shirts. According to my mother, he's too wild for Christmas card photos. My son saw these edited photos and asked why Grandma thinks he ruins pictures. So here's what his crime is. I attached every original photo I had. Lucas making bunny ears behind Rebecca's twins. Lucas with watermelon juice on his chin grinning. Lucas mid-jump into the pool. Lucas hugging great-grandma, both laughing. Lucas being a happy, normal 7-year-old boy. This is what they edited out. This is what they think ruins family photos. A child being a child. A little boy who dares to express joy instead of posing like a mannequin. If my son doesn't fit your aesthetic, then neither do I. I tag every family member, every person who commented on the edited photos. Within minutes, my phone exploded. Rebecca called first. What are you doing? Take that down. No. You're making me look like a monster. You made yourself look like a monster when you decided my child was a visual inconvenience to be removed. It's just photos. It's not personal. You erased my son. It doesn't get more personal than that. Mom called next, furious. Emma, this is a family matter. It doesn't belong on social media. Oh, now it's a family matter. When you were posting edited photos everywhere, that was fine. You're embarrassing your sister. She embarrassed my son. She hurt my child. I don't care about her feelings. You're overreacting. No, Mom. I'm done. You want aesthetic perfection. You want Christmas cards with coordinating outfits and frozen smiles. Fine, but you'll have them without us. The comments on my post started pouring in. David's mom. Who erases a child from photos? Lucas is perfect. My best friend. This is genuinely disturbing. It's giving Black Mirror vibes. A mom from Lucas's school. My kid has ADHD and never sits still for photos. Imagine if I just deleted him? My cousin Sarah. I always wondered why Rebecca's photos looked so weird. Now I know. They're missing life. Then the unexpected allies emerged. Aunt Linda, who praised the edited photos. I didn't realize Lucas had been removed. I thought the photos just looked off somehow. This is horrible. Great-grandma herself commented, that boy's laugh is the best part of any photo. Anyone who can't see that is blind. But the best comment came from someone unexpected, Rebecca's own mother-in-law. This explains so much. Rebecca made us retake family photos 47 times last Christmas because my grandson smiled wrong. I've been biting my tongue for years, but this is sick. Children aren't props. As the post went viral in our extended network, Rebecca tried damage control. She posted a long explanation about artistic vision and visual storytelling, and how she was just trying to create timeless memories. Someone commented, timeless memories that don't include your nephew? She deleted the post within an hour. Mom tried calling David, thinking he'd be more reasonable. He put her on speaker. Linda, I need you to understand something. You allowed someone to erase your grandson from family history because he acts like a child. That's unforgivable. It was just a few photos. Every photo, every single one. Like he's some mistake to be corrected. David, please, the holidays are coming up. We won't be there. What? If Lucas doesn't fit the aesthetic, then neither do we. We'll make our own memories, messy ones, real ones, with a kid who makes faces and wears superhero shirts and actually enjoys life. The fallout was immediate. The family group chat exploded. Some sided with Rebecca and Mom, talking about overreactions and keeping peace. Others were horrified, especially those with young children who suddenly realized their kids might be next on the aesthetic chopping block. But the real conversation happened when Rebecca's twins reached out through their dad's phone. 8-year-old Sophia asked to FaceTime with Lucas. "We miss playing with you," she said, her usually perfect posture slumped. "Photos are boring. Mom makes us practice smiling. You're lucky you get to be silly." Her twin brother Mason added, "Mom got mad at us for laughing at your dinosaur jokes. Said it would make our faces look weird in pictures." My heart broke for them. While Rebecca was so focused on creating perfect images, she was stealing her own children's childhood. That night, Lucas crawled into our bed. "Mom, am I really too messy for pictures?" "No, baby, you're exactly right. Every silly face, every grass stain, every laugh. That's what makes you perfect." "Then why did Aunt Rebecca delete me?" I pulled him close. "Because some people care more about how things look than how they really are. But you know what? The best memories aren't the pretty ones. They're the real ones. Like when I fell in the cake at Cousin Amy's wedding." "Exactly like that." I laughed, remembering how he tried to sneak a finger full of frosting and knocked over an entire tier. That's a real memory. That's what families are supposed to be. 3 months later, we had our own family photo shoot. I hired a photographer who specialized in lifestyle sessions. No posing, just playing. The results were chaotic. Lucas's hair stuck up. David had grass stains on his knees from playing soccer. I was mid-laugh in most shots, probably looking decidedly unaesthetic. They were perfect. I made a photo book and sent copies to everyone for Christmas, even Rebecca and my parents. Inside the cover, I wrote, "Real families aren't aesthetic. They're messy and loud and imperfect and beautiful. Lucas is in every single photo, exactly as he should be." Rebecca never apologized. Mom still makes passive-aggressive comments about professional photographers who know how to handle children. But something shifted in the family dynamic. Other parents started sharing their imperfect photos with pride. Cousins posted pictures of kids with chocolate-covered faces and mismatched clothes. The aesthetic was broken, reality won. And Lucas, he still makes bunny ears in photos. Still wears his Star Wars shirts to formal events. Still can't sit still for more than 10 seconds. He's also the kid everyone wants to play with at reunions. The one who makes great-grandma laugh until she cries. The one whose joy is so infectious that even Rebecca's twins beg to be in his silly photos now. Because here's what my sister never understood. The photos that matter aren't the ones that look perfect. They're the ones that show who we really are. And my son, my wild, silly, perpetually grass-stained son, is exactly who he's supposed to be. No AI required.